Hello and welcome to video update. I haven't done one of these for a while. I haven't really been buying too much, but what I have got, I thought I'd just run through now and let you all see. So it's not a huge amount, but I had quite a few bits on pre-order. Well, not quite a few bits, just a few bits and pieces really. I haven't been going like that crazy. And sorry, thirsty already. I actually kind of quite moderately hit up the Black Friday sale as well. Got a few MVD rewinds, a few other bits and pieces, and then nothing too crazy, just got 5 titles from the Vinegar Syndrome sale. Must admit I was quite happy and very lucky to get the found slipcovers for Jack Frost and The Undertaker. So I've got those coming in the post, so really happy with those. But I don't know when they'll be coming. I'm not a regular purchaser from them. I think I've only done it twice, so as of today, it's still not shipped yet. I'm in no rush. They get to it when they get to it. I know. They're a awesome but small company, so they just do what they can do. But let me dive into this. I've hardly any DVDs really this time. This is like a recycle centre, so like charity shop find. It's a great looking film, this. I really like Tarsem Singh, is the visual aesthetics that his films carry. It's quite enjoyable, this one, with the old VVN as well. It's Fallen Nation. Where should I jump to next? I went some 4K. I don't actually have a 4K player, but this was very cheap, and it's cheaper than the Blu-ray. And I realised I didn't have this on Blu-ray, and at some point, probably next year or something, no doubt I'll go 4K. I'll get a TV and a new player. So I've heard that this doesn't have the best transfer, but yeah, I'm fine with it. I think it's like $6 American, so got to be good with that. These aren't really in any order. I've just kind of thrown all this stuff together. So I went, got a new release from Severin. So we got Killer Crocodile, and this was the limited edition release. So we have Killer Crocodile 2. I wasn't sure which to go with, whether it would be the Severin or the HA Films. Must admit I kind of quite like the box set of the HA Films, but I got this at a pretty good price, quite a bit cheaper than the HA Films one, so my cheapness went out. A lot of fun, these films. If you've not seen them, I recommend them. I hadn't seen Crocodile 2 before. I'd seen Killer Crocodile 2, sorry. I'd seen the original one quite a long time ago. So it was fun catching up with that. I don't think I showed this last time. This kind of probably came just after I did the last video update. Apologies if you have seen this already. Second Sight's release of Asylum, which is fantastic. You get the poster, a booklet, and then the film itself. I won't go through that. I actually did a video where I kind of had a look at this, so you want a little bit more in-depth look, check out my video for that one. Yeah, this was going cheap on American Amazon, so I picked this up. Slipcover, nice slipcover this one actually, a nice plastic one. It's like a relevant slipcover. I thought it was pretty cool. But again, this was so cheap. I can't remember how much it was now, but it was really cheap. So like, I had to pick it up. And it has like obviously all 4 Psycho films. So there we go. Next we go to Aha. I picked up the German release of The Barn. I was having kind of, without trying to sound too cheap again, I was having problems trying to track the American one down because it was quite expensive. And then this is an official release, Region 2 German release of the film. It's all like English audio and things like that, and it looks really good. And I was really impressed with this film. I've not seen it before. Yeah, it's proper pressed disc, this one. I think the US does have the pressed disc now, but before it was like, was it an Indiegogo or something like that? But recommend that film, it's a lot of fun. And then these came in literally just a couple of days ago. The British Film Association Network DVD of Link. I think I will upgrade this to the who put it out? I think it's Kino Classics. This was like £2, and I was like, I can't remember the film so much. I remembered enjoying it, and I still enjoyed it a lot. So I think I will have to give that an upgrade. And then I picked up Monster Club as well. And then we jumped to Aha. So in the month of October, there's a Secret Satan thing that's been done on the 22 Shots page, and I had Jeremy, one of the hosts, as my Secret Satan. But I also, there's my buddy Mr. Wilhelm. He, out of the goodness of his heart, sent me 3 films as well, which was like really awesome of him. It was just a thank you for me actually, because I was running it this year, and he just sent me this as a thank you for doing it, which was super awesome. And I really appreciate it. So the 3 films he sent me, I've still only watched 1 at the moment, and it's this one. This is the first one, Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich. And it's my first Puppet Master film I've ever seen. I've heard this one is like pretty good for the franchise though, so it's like I enjoyed this quite a lot. So I'm considering how far back into the franchise I go, if it's just the first couple or if I just dive in and get them all. We'll see. But I really enjoyed that one. And then Awesomeness he sent me, carrying on the doll theme. I had to get this resent because it came and it was like damaged case and the disc was scratched and it skipped a bit, but they sent me a new copy, which was pretty cool, so I got that. And this one, which I really need to see before the end of the year, is the Hagazusa. Oh, I can't believe I've still not watched this yet. I'm trying to get a period of calm and peace where I can sit down and like really pay attention and watch this one. I don't want to kind of waste that first time watch. I want to really appreciate this. I think it's the sort of film I'm going to love. And then my actual Secret Santa. So Jeremy, thank you again. That was Mr. Wilhelm, Dr. Wilhelm, sir. That was awesome, all these films. Really appreciate it. And then, yeah, my actual Secret Santa, very cool, got me Child's Play, which is one I had. It's like one that I really wanted to see. Obviously so much that I've still not watched it yet. And then he sent me a couple of extra ones. One which was Arachnophobia that I actually already had the exact same release. But then I didn't realise, I thought I had this and then realised I didn't. Very cool that he sent me the Synapse Django the Bastard. So this is one I heard is like very good. So this is one like we all know, like the kind of Django films is quite a lot, and I was getting mixed up. So this is one I haven't seen, so that's really cool that like he sent me that. So I'll enjoy watching that. Okay, next I've got 4 films. So there's an online company that sells loads of stuff, and they sell like films, and they always have like sorry, get thirsty again. Those are pretty good offers. So these were like 4 for €20, which was a really good offer that I thought. So I picked up Leatherface. I'd not seen that before. I enjoyed this one quite a lot. Yeah, had fun with it. Well made film. And then this one, which gets a fair amount of hate, but again, I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I enjoyed the ride it took me on. So Halloween. And then I have not watched this one again, but I have seen it the one time and just had to pick it up because was it how many people pronounce it different. I'll go like Joaquin Phoenix. You Were Never Really Here. Quite a very powerful film. I loved his performance in this. And then I kind of want to watch this before end of year. I saw it at the cinema and thought it was fantastic. Mr. Jordan Peele is 2 for 2 with this one. Really enjoyed that. Okay, so next I will jump onto some Unearthed classics. So they've released 3 films, and I actually have all 3. Maybe this is a line that I'll collect. So although I collect lots of different films, I never try and collect a whole line. I just buy the films I want. But these are 3 very films which have intrigued me. So this is the third one, Nightwish. Really trippy, weird film from what I can remember. I have kind of took it out and popped it on, but then I haven't finished it. I've only got like 10 minutes through or so, and I vaguely remember bits and pieces about it. I remember it gets quite dark. It's kind of all like light and fluffy at the moment, but I think it's when they get to the house and all the shit starts going down. I've not quite got there yet, but we'll see how that is. I think I enjoyed that. Next, what have we got? We've got, from Kino, Parasite 3D. Now this actually has the kind of old school 3D version with it. And it's a little bit sad that they didn't put the 3D glasses in there with this. But I'm sure I've got a pair somewhere, no doubt, in the collection. I watched the 2D one, and it's really good restoration on this actually. Demi Moore's first film. Good fun, Mr. Charles Band. Next we'll go to Eureka. It's a film I'd seen a long time ago. I never got around to picking up the Scream Factory one for some reason. But Eureka released it, so I was like, yeah, I'll jump onto that one straight away. So this is Dark Half. I think most people would have seen this. Mr. Romero. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And who's the main guy in it? What's his name? Timothy Hutton. Yeah. I really liked his performance in this. Quite a tough role for him. Not for anyone playing like a couple of parts, but I enjoyed that a lot. I didn't remember it too much, like I said. Okay, then we'll go to some Scream Factories. Yeah. So this one just got released. Oh, I nearly slipped out then. It's Lucy slipcover. Collector's edition of The Blob. I had the umbrella one, but it really didn't have any extras on that one, though it was a really good transfer, so I didn't really see this as a sidestep. I saw this as an upgrade through the extras. And yeah, pretty cool cover art. I must admit, well, you'll see these next 4 films, Scream Factory, they all have slipcovers. If I see them, I'm like, they're a good price. I'm like, yeah, why not? But I must admit, they're just okay. The Scream Factory slipcovers, they're just fairly flimsy cardboard. Yeah, the artwork's nice, but when you look at something like Vinegar Syndrome, what they do, it makes it seem like kind of quite basic. But sounds like I'm moaning. I'm not. Like I said, if I see them with a slip, I'll pick them up with a slip. But that was a pre-order, so that came like that. Okay, then I got this one through Amazon.com. Whenever I seem to order from them, the Amazon US, they screw up. So again, they screwed up. So I got some money. So I got this, including shipping, for like I think it was like $12 or something like that. So it came with a slip, which I was quite surprised with. Silent Night, Deadly Night. We all know this one. Such a cool film. Naughty. I haven't seen the second one, but maybe I'll pick the second one up at some point. Why is this not going back in? There we go. Yeah. great artwork on that one actually. Okay, so these there was like a seller on Facebook selling these. It's like £14 each, which kind of works out to probably around the same that I could have bought them new. Maybe a tiny bit cheaper, but they have the slip covers, and I was like, why not? So Taos on the hood. This is really fantastic. I won't say underrated, but maybe it's been rated now. Scream Factory have released it. It's one that I had seen quite a long time ago, and did always enjoy it. But it's a really good ride, that one, to get back to that. Like I said, it's been quite a time since I've seen it. And this one I've heard lots of good things, and I'm ashamed to say I've never seen it. So this is one that I should check out quite soon. Very meta kind of slasher, I've heard. And then we have 88 Films. Okay, got this like really cheap, £8 or something like that. It's because the 3-disc lenticular limited edition is coming out. Obviously, I love these editions and I love these films. So we have like the zombie one, I have a Maniac one, and the New York Ripper one. Fantastic lenticulars. But this particular film, I'm like, it's good. But when I saw this so cheap, I was like, well, I'm quite happy just to pick this version up of the 88 Films of Two Evil Eyes. And it's got some like really nice extras in there. And it looks good. So I was like, yeah, I'm more than happy to get that. I didn't have to have the 3-disc version of that. Okay, then we go to, okay, so I mentioned Vinegar Syndrome. I have like some films coming. What was it and how have I ordered? I've got Luther the Geek with a slip. I keep mentioning these slips, obviously. I seem to like them more than I realise. So it's Luther the Geek with a slip. Like I said, I got the Jack Frost one. I got the Undertaker one. I got the new Spookies. Had to get that. Oh, what was it? There's another one. I'll put it in some more dates soon. But these that I ordered, I noticed the numbers were going down fairly quickly on Night Beast, and it's one that I did want to get. So there we are with Night Beast, and like I said, with these slips, it's the quality is just so much better than like Scream Factory and other companies do. See, I've even got like an arrow here, and the arrow is like I say, it's just the same as the Scream Factory one. It's just probably a tiny bit thicker the cardboard, but it's just basic stuff. And this is so thick, and then they kind of emboss it slightly, and it has like spot varnish gloss on there and stuff like that. You can pick up great stuff, and then they outdo themselves even more. Look at that. Now I hope I didn't show these off previously. I don't think I did. I did a small video where I talk about a couple of like the Vinegar Syndrome releases. They're great editions that they do. I think it was this one and Slaughterhouse with that new slip box that they did. So yeah, this is a lot of fun with old Rowdy Roddy Piper. Yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot. Okay, and I also did a video of this one. Just talking about loosely about the release of what it was, and that was the films of Mr. Norman J. Warren, Bloody Terror. I've still not seen Bloody New Year. I need to like check the one out and check those out. I'd only ever seen like Satan's Slave and Seminoid, so it's seen Prey now and Terror. It's just Bloody New Year I need to check out. But yeah, it's a beautiful edition, this. I don't know if this is sold out now. If it hasn't, I'll kind of recommend it. It's really well put together. Some really nice extras, and the films look superb. I don't know if they have the same transfer. I can't remember if I probably went over this when I did the original video talking about that. if they have the same transfers as the Vinegar Syndrome ones. Okay, so these are the last few now. Not much. We just got some Arrow. So I've got the US release of Alice Sweet Alice. It's kind of really like the artwork on that one. I heard some people weren't so fond of it, but I love the colour of this. I never picked up the 88 Films one. I actually think that one might be out of print now, the 88 Films one, but I'm really happy this has got so many extras. It's a really quirky but fun film. And then, okay, so I have 5 kind of limited edition releases. So I think this disappeared really quickly, and I did talk about this one, the Mario Bava set. I was kind of mentioning, if you have all the films, this really isn't worth getting, or if you have like half of them, it's just, they just had the Arrow sale going on, Black Friday extended. It might actually still be going on actually, and a lot of the Bava films that they had they were like £5. But if you don't, like I only had a few, so I ended up selling those on and picking this up. This is a really nice set, and it's got a fantastic book. Now, I've only just started reading it actually. It was really interesting. Lovely edition. And then we go to some 80s awesomeness. Absolutely love Robocop. It's so much fun. I love the artwork of this. And these are some of my favourite editions, these box ones. I've got a lot of them. I've got a lot of them, yeah. As I mentioned, I don't get every single one, but I've got like The Thing, Last House on the Left, Hills Have Eyes, Birds of Crystal Plumage, Reanimator, Pieces, House box set, Phenomena, Donnie Darko, City Living Dead, Carrie, Candyman, blah 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 blah. I'll stop talking. Robocop, great edition. It's very like kitsch, pop culture, fun. And then I actually haven't checked this one out yet. The American Life in London, one of my all-time favourite films. Absolutely adore this film. And then this one I actually sold the Scream Factory one for. I believe most of the extras, the supplements are the same, but I just love the artwork with this and the poster. Double-sided poster. I won't get the poster out, but the one-sided poster, that artwork. So that's the book that comes with it, and of course, yeah, it does have a book that comes with it. And so it's like, yeah, I had to pick this up. She made a tiny profit as well selling the Scream Factory. So yeah, I did all right with that one. And then the last one is the Old Boy, the Old Boy tacked together as Vengeance trilogy. Now that sounds really harsh. I know that sounds really harsh, but it's I do like this, and it has some amazing things in there. There's a huge book and a poster and everything, but it's kind of like Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Lady Vengeance. They do have extras and stuff like that, so it's like they're not like a normal standard release with this uber awesome Old Boy release. And I kind of maybe prefer the packaging on the standard box release, like they did with House and like The Ring and the Hellraiser set. They did like the one I did with The Ring, so I got this, so it's just without the book, but it's a nice box and you have the 3 discs. That's what they did with the Vengeance trilogy. I kind of think I'd prefer that packaging a little bit more. It's just the kind of general aesthetic of it, but this is very cool, but it's all linked to Old Boy. Now that's sounding super ungrateful of what they did. I don't think Arrow had to do what they did, having problems with the extras, and decided to add the other 2 films to make a trilogy set. I think that's really awesome of them, and they didn't charge any extra for that, so this is a hell of an addition, this one. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So that's the update. like I said, we have Vinegar Syndrome coming with a few other bits and pieces. I didn't go crazy. I have a second baby on the way, so I didn't want to go crazy just buying loads of films after film after film. Did I show this before? Can't remember. Let's finish up with this. Apologies if I did show this. Humanoids from the Deep. Not really huge into steelbooks, but every so often I've got some really nice. I've got a mini collection of 4 now for these Screen Factory ones. Halloween 3, The Fog and Assault on Precinct 13, and I think I'll actually pick up the Slumber Party Massacre. So that's a really nice looking steelbook, and I don't have that. I don't own that film. It's a lot of fun, but I don't own it. So that's where I'm finishing this this small update vid. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out the normal reviews that I'm doing and all the guys are doing for body bags, and please take a look at the new channel that I'm doing with Rob from Georgia, also on body bags, and we are doing a schizophrenic synopsis where we look at a couple of films each week and kind of bounce the reviews around a little bit, and we kind of try and focus on an independent element of each film, kind of trying to highlight something about it. But I'll drop the links into this. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.